an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47.
Now Hurts on the option right.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Over the middle, complete. It's Smith.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 21. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders.
Touchdown! Miles Sanders. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Eagles are once again back in front.
Elliott on for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Fields.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Another try after the first down sack.
Fields.
And his throw here's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Chicago.
Chase Claypool,
45 yards.
And the Bears are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half.
And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. the Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
This is Smith with a grab. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith,
74 yards.
And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Out route pass complete to Goddard.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And it's no good. Elliott pulled it, and they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
and all that remains. A final shot before the break. Fields
escaping the pressure right.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this 2nd half. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Fields.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
Open man has got it, the tight end. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or 2 there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
They'll run with Sanders, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
That's caught. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. 3 quarters in the books. And how about this decision? Tie game, 4th quarter. They want the ball back on the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
They go play action with Hurts.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Smith brings it in, going across the middle.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
It's Dominic Robinson who comes in and makes a play.
Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about it if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession. Fields hit, and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance. And that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now